knows about the award, but now he found out.
Community members of Riverdale in the Bronx have always known what issues were important to them. With tonight's midterm elections taking place, they'll have the chance to vote on some of these issues. This is the Capic Street Community Garden in the Spuyten Duyvil section of Riverdale. What started as a simple community beautification project has morphed into activism that is part of a larger effort to reduce flooding and its damages.
My name's Rita Freed, and I started building this in '09. It became obvious to me that this was an unsightly garbage dump.
Discarded garbage like this heightens flooding in the Bronx and other boroughs. It flows into the sewage drains throughout the city, causing pileups in the system that is meant to reduce storm and flood effects. Graphics like this New York City flood hazard mapper show affected areas in and around the Riverdale neighborhood that are particularly prone to higher levels of flooding. Flooding that causes important highways and roads such as the Henry Hudson Parkway and major Deegan expressways, which both run through the Riverdale and Kingsbridge neighborhoods of the Bronx, to go from this to this.
Road and
Images of flooding from the past year continue to haunt New Yorkers as they look forward to avoiding such circumstances going forward. On the ballot tonight for New Yorkers is Proposal 1, also known as the Environmental Bond Act of 2022. This proposal would provide $4.2 billion to fund projects focused on climate change initiatives, flood risk reduction, and land conservation efforts. Residents like Lauren Murphy of the Spuyten Duyvil section of Riverdale are some among many calling for change.
It has to be done. We keep having these rainstorms, 100-year floods, I don't know what they're calling them, but they're happening every summer. And now more than once a summer. And you see what happens in the subways. And I recall, I think it was last year, that many people, we lost in New York City in, basement apartments. And hopefully the city just takes the money and spends it the right way.
Because of its location along an incline, the Capic Street Garden is what the Environmental Protection Agency would designate as green infrastructure. It allows for better rain runoff and absorption, preventing water from overfilling the city's sewer and pipe systems.
And I think that for creatures and for the environment, this is better than that. Got bluebells growing, and
all that's left is for tonight's elections to determine the livelihoods of millions of New Yorkers. This is Christopher Cornejo reporting for NYU Now.
So that's what happens if you build it, the plants will come.